Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today's read is going to be about when is my dream man or woman going to arrive? And anything that comes up, maybe zodiac, maybe age, maybe personality, and also what you need to focus on or signs that you'll recognize. Because one of the greatest things and biggest component in this is healthy detachment, right? Not trying to ride out every detail to the bitter end and having crazy expectations, and if everything doesn't align with our format and expectation, being disappointed, because that's not what love is about. It's about completely allowing, and the healthy detachment is the things that helps us draw it in, right? So right now, look around you and notice every detail. Find hidden messages that are brought to you through nature, through birds, through synchronicities, all those things. Those kind of allow this beautiful interplay of information that comes to our intuition through our guides and source that let us know that we are sort of on the right vibration and frequency to allow this beautiful love energy to arrive to us, that we're not impatient, that we're not doing this out of ego to say we have somebody, to not fill some kind of void that we think we are lacking, that we know we're whole, confident together people, and we just want to share this journey with somebody, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a 3-card spread, and you can have, I wanted to put this out because I loved it so much. India got this for me for Mother's Day. I love it so much. I love abalone, and I burned my sage in there, and it was so beautiful. And I love shells. I just love them. So number 1 is her special place. Find your own safe space inside and out. And that speaks to having, sort of your sacred space, whether in nature, a place, a beautiful tree, a hammock, a room, a place that's sort of like your own little treasure palace where you can go and you just feel relaxed and grounded, right? Number 2 is Midnight Prince. Ask for what you want and be honest. Sometimes we need to revise our list of things that we think we really want. Sometimes it can just be our subconscious list from somebody else telling us, oh, they need to be rich, smart, eligible. They're only eligible if they can do this, that, and that. And somebody else has created this list for us and it doesn't make sense. So we need to be honest what we really want. Like my perfect person, friends and otherwise, are people that are just authentic. They are kind of self-contained units. They don't complain too much. They have joy. They have creativity. They're funny. Things like that. Things that really matter. In the end, it's like money and things. That's quite unimportant in the scheme of things. And also sometimes people don't even realize they're competing with each other and their friends, their lovers, and it makes no sense to me because we don't need to compete with anybody. We're all individuals, right? So really, really be honest about what it is that you want in this partner, okay? So you can start to envision the perfect one. Then we also have the 3 graces for number 3, cooperative ventures with friends, joy sharing, and new partnerships that are fun. So I'm going to let you make your choice, and then we're going to begin and see sort of what's coming in for that. I'm having some really lovely messages today. I just did a bunch of privates, and I just want to share, so it was so fun. I was like, I really kind of want to expand my experiences during the day. Oftentimes I'm alone with all the work that I do, and I was like, my son has his volleyball game today close by, and I'm like, although he can't play with his knee, he goes and attends. I'm like, I should just go sit and watch his team and cheer them on. And then my brain was going, well, isn't that weird? You're just going to be sitting there. He can't even play and all this stuff. And I had the best time, and I'm into sports. I mean, I have a lot of athletes in my family, and I'm athletic. I love sports, and to watch them play and get so adrenalized and happy and proud of their moves, and they won all 3 sets. And they rarely win, so I was like their charmed one. I was actually trying to manifest a win, but it was so cute because they try so hard and they get so happy, and it was really, really cute to see their coach get excited. And I was having great conversations with people on the opposite team because I sat on the wrong side. I didn't know, and I was the only one clapping like with my son's team because it was at a school. It was at an away school that I went to, and I'm clapping my head off, and like he's laughing and people are like, are you for West Hill? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, they're playing really good. I'm like, thank you. They're like, who's your son? I'm like, he's the one you don't see playing because he hurt his knee. But it was wonderful. It's all about having experiences that expand us, right? So we're going to start with number 1. Now, a golden palace. So I feel right now, this is representative of the scene you want to set. where you want this to go, what kind of person you really want, you start to envision. The Golden Palace, I feel like, is kind of like Sherlock Holmes, who goes into that Golden Palace, or his thought palace in his mind. That's where we create and start to manifest what we want. You want, obviously, someone who's loyal, honest, caring, loving, all those things that makes you feel content, that, is peaceful, grounded, things like that. Okay, that's your process. And encouragement. I feel right now too that you're going to have lovely encouragement from your friends and family when you're talking about sort of this life mate that you'd like to come in, and you're going to share it with the right people who are going to be supportive and loving towards what you want. Okay, because at times the one thing that you need to watch out for, the stuck in the mud card to me, is that old way of thinking and evaluating something, what might not even be the reality of it. We like to give everything some kind of label, right? Like, oh, if it hasn't reached this point, or this isn't happening, then it's not going to happen. We always need to have a pervading sense of optimism, and we can have whom and whatever we want whenever we want. It doesn't matter socioeconomic, it doesn't matter education, it doesn't matter race, creed, religion, or anything like that. I mean, like, for instance, I was having the best time with this old Greek man that was there, that was the sweetest thing ever. And because his son hardly ever got to play, and so when he went in, it was so cute. He was all excited, and I love that. It was so charming, because some kids just are a little awkward when they're starting out at a sport, and it was lovely. I mean, just talking to different people is going to expand, so that's part of what we need to remember. So let's pull out what's going on. So you have Kuan Yin, that's about compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others, and focus on the love and the light that is within everybody. That's what I feel is going to help draw your love partner in, and really going to awaken you up to the love, and not finding any shortcomings within yourself, not being over judgmental of others. Oh, their teeth have to be perfect, this has to happen, and that. No, I feel like when people's true soul energy comes out and you feel it, that's what matters. But so often people go straight to the physical or intellectual or whatever it is, where we really have to let their energy resonate with us, and that's what's going to happen to you. So let's see what's going on. You have Seven of Water, a complex decision, the need to do research, so stop procrastinating. This is sort of like, I feel like, in your life direction. I feel like you have some choices to be made, and you might have been putting them off a little bit, and it can convolute the energy that has to do with love, because you're creating blockages in something. When we procrastinate, that's saying we're indecisive, and if we're indecisive in one area, it often flows over into another. So just realize that a certain decision is not the wrong decision. It is just a different direction. It's a different experience. That's how I look at everything. I don't second guess or overthink anything because of that. Like, I remember on my lunch break is when I bought my condominium. On my lunch break is when I bought my car. I do things like that. I know right away. I feel the energy of it. And I realize a lot of people can't do that, and they even go crazy over what box of cereal they're going to buy. But what you need to do is quantify, why is something such a big deal? It shouldn't be a big deal. It's simply a different choice, and you can change trajectory at any time. If you feel something is a little off, if you've accepted a date with somebody or something like that, or moved in a certain direction at work, at any time you can change your mind and go in a different direction and say, I'm sorry, this just isn't for me. You don't have to continue with something if it is not completely to your liking or where you want it to go. You also have the Seven of Earth, that is, seeds were well planted, and a temporary pause in the action. That's all it is. And you have unnecessary worry. And I feel like this is you worrying that you'll be alone or the right person won't come in. And that is not, in fact, true. That's just when we overthink and overguess stuff. The Nine of Fire is reminding us, don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. You're creating this person within you that is stronger and more courageous, and is listening to its soul's wisdom, as opposed to the ego that says, oh, if you have more of this, you'll be great. Oh, if you seem this way, you'll be great. No, the soul says, you already are enough. You're more than enough. You have everything that you'll ever need. You are divinely protected and guided. This love is coming to you, and it is going to be miraculous, and it's going to be not only what you thought, but more, because you've waited. You haven't just thrown in the towel and settled, right? And here's some possible signs too. I always like to do two. I'm always guided to do two, Taurus and or Aries, and that's funny because that happened yesterday as well. I feel like Aries is beautiful, fiery energy, and these people are competitive and fun, and you never know what you're going to get, but they are dedicated to whatever they do. Aries is doing it to the end. But new beginnings, I love that. And reevaluation in Taurus. Taurus, lovely, grounded, self-sufficient people. So 2 possibilities for that coming in. And I feel like right now your heart chakra is opening up and expanding, and you're understanding some things. Here's your one clue in, right? That's something that might be necessary is vulnerability. Allow yourself to talk about your feelings without fear of external judgment or internal drama. When I express my feelings, a couple of funny things happen. I feel like a kindergartner, and everything gets lighter, easier, and filled with the comforting glow of honesty. Hey, no wonder kindergartner seems so fun and stress-free. Absolutely. Sometimes a concern voiced dissipates and evaporates right away, right? Because what we create in our head starts to multiply and grow like some kind of crazy phantom ghost. So once we express something and we realize it's said out loud, that is no big deal. Me finding a love mate is no big deal. The possibility of love being out there is no big deal. And I feel like you're starting to formulate this beautiful plan, and it's coming to fruition. I want to pull some. What do I have around here in terms of time frames? So let me give these a quick shuffle. I'm such a good shuffler. Yeah. Now, I always say this in terms of, oh, wow. This for possibility for you guys can be within a month. Now, this is why I feel like when our frequency and our vibration is raised, that's when we know all things are possible. We are not coming from a place of lack. We're not coming from a place of fear. We're just saying everything is possible. And guess what? I want to experience people, places, and things. That doesn't mean I have to dedicate my every ounce of being and the rest of my life to that. I simply want to experience that. And because that lightness and full energy is within you, you're creating this magician energy that you're ready. You're ready to, and you're going to have the resources. You're going to be, your heart chakra is open. You're manifesting that. Life is magical. You are pulling it in, group 1. And, I'm going to have the buck stop there because you're already sort of getting the gusto. It is imagination, envisionment, all of that to manifest what you want, because you're just ready. You're realizing, again, life is meant to be experienced, and we have to go for it. Otherwise, we will just we can live in our strange imagination forever and have nothing happen if that's the case, right? So you're ready. You're ready and you're settled, which is beautiful. So that's your group 1. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Please come see me on Instagram at SparkQuest11. I like to communicate with you guys, and I do daily reads and all kinds of fun things on there, and then I can answer questions, and I just feel it's a lovely tribe over there. All my other links are down below for private reads, for my Patreon page if you'd like to come support me on that. Thank you, my patrons. You guys are amazing, and you're helping me being able to expand my decks and my repertoire and my books and the things I need for study to help in this. I'm learning a lot about astrology right now too, which helps formulate different kind of avenues of information for me, and I really appreciate you guys. So that's you guys. So now we're on to number 2, the Midnight Prince. Ask for what you want and be honest. And it's important when we're starting to make our list, through all our struggles, we can see the world changing and reshaping itself in the form of our choosing. And we can literally make things like it's a movie that we're creating, and we're in it, and we're getting what we want out of it. And it's very, it's simple to do that when we just get down to the basics, and the rudimentary is that we're all energetic entities, and when we use our energy to connect in the right way with the right people, from our soul and from love, we can have whatever we want, and we always feel full, abundant, and free because it's coming from these places, right? Your mind is clear. You're speaking the truth with confidence and ease, so you're drawing this stuff into you, which is beautiful. And know that you're powerful enough to speak your truth anytime you want, and you can face the little challenges life sends you. I always say little challenges. I never say, great obstacles or anything, because things are what we make them, right? Our thoughts become our reality. And so we want our thoughts to realize that anything that's an obstacle is very small. Anything that's a possibility is huge, right? It's all in our thinking. So let's see what's going on with 4 of Water. Missing an opportunity, discontentment, and boredom. Open your eyes to all the possibilities. So anyway, we're just talking about that. So that was the delay for you. But I also feel like this is your time frame. 4 months is when your love opportunity is coming in. Now, here's what's going on. You're having doubts about yourself, your capabilities, you sharing your time and space with other people. What you have to recognize is nothing that you commit to for a small amount of time is forever. It doesn't have to be forever if you don't want it to be. You can say, I can experience a little bit of time with this person. If they're not for me, they're not for me. I can experience a little bit of time with this job. If it's not something I enjoy, I'm leaving it. That everything can be as temporary as you want it to be or as permanent as you want it to be. That the choice is yours. That's what you need to come out of, that you're overthinking things. So you're making it more difficult than it has to be. And when you realize that it's not, you're going to have this lovely queen of water. So again, 4 months for you guys. Tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition right now. Care for yourself and others. I feel like some of your friendships and bonds are going to elevate to a beautiful new level where it's more authentic, it's more connected. And I feel like that happens oftentimes in the really warm months. People are just out there sitting by water, they're sitting by lakes in the ocean, and emotions are much more free flowing, and you connect on a much more grounded level and a sharing and caring level. And that's what's going to be going on. I feel like that's probably where you're going to meet this person. Is going to be by water or at some kind of summer-like event, a cookout, something lovely for sure. Impossible signs is Gemini. Oh, wow. Let me get a secondary too. Got a Gemini. Gotta shuffle these up. Oh, yeah. A Gemini or a Cancer. It's funny, I'm getting lots of Geminis and Cancers. Super thoughtful, super sentimental, super sign. I love that. Gemini, lots of fun all over the place, like explosive fun at times, very warm and caring. Beautiful, beautiful sign to be around. Now, part of what's going on for you right now, I feel this, what's going to be able to bring in some of this love is this clearance of old energy, because you're going to have a positive resolution to a conflict. I feel like there was some conflict inside your family, perhaps with, parents, sisters, brothers, something like that. And some of you, internal work conflict too, where it was heavy and it was distracting you. It was creating a boundary for this love link to come in, because oftentimes where we put our focus and our energy is where we're going to get our results, right? And when we're totally sucked into one area like that, our focus is not on these little things of gratitude and looking for love. But now that a relationship is going to grow closer and forgiveness is in the air, you're going to have kind of like a clean, cleansed palate where now you can taste all the new stuff that's coming in. And this is the person that's coming in for you, the King of Earth energy. This person is generous, they're very professional, they're responsible, and they're practical. They're very successful in what they do, and they're very confident. They understand that opportunities are something we accept with grace, and we step into it and we righteously accept whatever that bounty is, right? Whatever we put out there in the world and we expect, I'm serious, it comes to us when we really expect it, and this person expects it, therefore they get it. They're very confident, beautiful, and loving, and I feel it's going to be high recognition from the get-go of you seeing them. And I feel like this is going to be in a business situation where you meet this person as well, and all of a sudden it's just going to shoop, that it's like the eagle has landed. This is the person for me, and vice versa. So beautiful energy. And I love, it's nice to be around strong, confident people too, that are caring and loving, not ego driven and not overly loud. They're just, fun and demonstrative and silly, and they love life. You know what I mean? Kind of like Brian Blessed, that funny actor. I get a vision of that. So love and light to this group. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, you can come see me on Instagram, which is SparkQuest11. I love chatting with you guys over there, and I do daily posts and memes. My Etsy store, go check out the Goddess Provisions box. Is beautiful. It is off the hook. All the links are down below there, so go have a look. See, and don't forget to hit the notification bell if you're new. It'll let you know when all the new videos come up. I do that with everybody I subscribe to, so I know, and then I get excited. Like there's a blue light that goes on too. So now we're on number 3, which is the 3 graces: cooperative ventures with friends, joy, sharing, and new partnerships that are fun. I feel like this is kind of where you're going to meet this specific special one, is something happening in a venture, or new friendship bonds and circles, somebody coming in, which is really, really lovely. Oh, lovely. So this is something that's going to come of this. This is going to be a lifelong thing, a contented and rewarding family life, and emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships. I feel within these friendships, this person you're going to meet, this is going to be bonded almost immediately, and they're going to be very loyal, and it will end in a ceremony of matrimony and commitment of some sort, where you then create a family with them, these people that are coming in. And again, I want to look for oh, look at this. Oh, I love that for you. Ace of Air. So brilliant new ideas and inspirations. You're seeing the truth of a situation, and it started with a challenging beginning. Oftentimes, I love aces because they are new. They are new beginnings, new insight. We can really see the truth of things, and things only are as challenging as we allow them to be. Like, I know if I have a bunch of stuff I have to go on and get through and it's a list, I never overwhelm myself by trying to think of everything at once. Again, it's always 1, 2, 3, I'll do this, 1, 2, 3, I'll do this. Then I move on, I have rest, a little bit of solitude and whatever. And that's what allows these brilliant new ideas to come to you, that you're stepping back a little bit and you're really, really getting beautiful creative bombs that are just landing all around you, and you're really inspired. And that really elevates your mood as well as your vibration to help bring in this love, which is great. Oh my gosh, with this, the world. So Archangel Michael, a job well done. Again, I'm hearing 3s everywhere. So 3, I feel like this is a 3-month sort of cycle of when this love is going to come in. So I feel like you're going to get accolades for the job you're doing professionally or in your life, whatever you're doing. And it's going to make you feel really joyful and contentment, and you're really happy about things, and you feel successful, and you feel light, and you feel deserving, and you just feel really happy, because I feel like you have had some challenges and it was like a little rough going, and now you're like, hey man, life's okay. It's okay. I'm doing all right. And here's some possible zodiac signs. I feel like the person coming in could very well be a Capricorn, very grounded, solid, reasonable, very excellent at economics, money, saving, things like that. And then Scorpio, very passionate, very funny and witty, and very charming as well. And I feel like one of your mantras is going to be, you're only going to speak and hear positive words. Positivity is going to be flowing through your being, because it's all about you elevating. And you're ready for this. You really, really are. And warmth is going to be your mantra too. Focus on warmth and let it guide all your interactions. It doesn't matter how others behave. You are going to respond warmly with warmth. You can melt icy exteriors. You can soften hard feelings. Microwave any pizza. You're adopting the say, kill him with kindness and turn myself into a warm and loving serial killer. Like, seriously, have you ever had people where they just have an icy exterior, they decide they want to be mad? You're not having any of it. You're like, let's just hug it out, hug out. You know, you feel whole, happy, and complete in who you are, and you don't need anything. That's why all these things are arriving to you. So beautiful energy, Group 3. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and the notification bell. That'll let you know when all the videos are. And then there's a little gray arrow that brings you to all the links down below if you want to check out my Patreon page, private reads. I'm on Instantgo, which is a great service where I can get right back to you. Everything is down there. Come see me on Instagram, which is Sparkwist11. I do daily posts, memes, and it's a great way to communicate, and it's a great tribe over there. So love and light to you guys. Let's go get all these beautiful love matches that are arriving beautifully on our doorsteps.